Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Azothan, and today is going to be a look at how to play the early game of Blue and Red. Now, I've been playing some games today, and surprisingly enough, did okay. I figured out some openings for certain races that seemed very effective. I tested them out 2 or 3 times each with players of different levels of skill. And it worked out pretty good. I think I have a basic idea, and I would like to start going a little bit more in-depth than we have in the last few episodes. I want to go in-depth on the strategies and, more importantly, the exit strategies for those strategies. You want to have transitions set up. So, we're going to be watching a game with me playing Blue, and my good friend Alert managed to get on today, played with me a couple games. I'm going to be hosting a Dark Green and one in which he did play with me, and one in which I played by myself with a random yellow. Now, okay, we're going to talk about the position that Red is in right now. Red immediately has to worry about purple and orange. Green almost always takes quite a while to creep this out, and as it is Green's only creeps, most Greens are very eager to take it, or else the force that they send down to fight you is going to be pretty negligible. We're also gonna mention the fact that I want to talk about this, guys, for a second. Every single unit that is going to swing the battle in the favor of the North Alliance is a mana consuming unit. We're gonna have your chaplains for purple. That's gonna keep everything alive. The paladins as well. The heroes, of course. For orange, you're going to see a lot of hydromancers, quite a few battle mages. I saw a guy who masked battle mages to decent effect. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it seemed pretty good. And you're gonna see why I'm not a huge fan of it. And we're gonna talk about that. Red and blue. Remember, I'm blue. Red and blue have all of Northrend to creep. Okay, guys, we're going to turn the Fog of War on so we can... This is what you see. This is all you know. You see all of Northrend, which is really nice. I got to say that the two most stressful fights in this entire game are definitely yellow and dark green versus teal. That fight, you know that if you mess up an engagement, you could very well just be boned because they're... Oh, just everything produces so quickly. There's so many creeps for all 3 races, and... it's a frightening thing. I play other races and I'm fine, but when I play a game as dark green, my heart is beating so fast because I know that the first 30 seconds of that are going to be the most important. Now, with blue and red, not so much. You have all of Northrend to creep, and you have an entire ocean separating you from your opponents should you fail in Stratholme. Now, ideally you don't want to, but losing here is not it's not an end to the game, okay? You can still pull back. However, if dark green and yellow lose right off the bat, I mean, they have no backups. They have no backups, really. Okay, we're going to start this game now, and we're going to show that I do not do such an amazing job creeping. I try my hardest, but it's been so long since I played blue, I wasn't familiar with where all the creeps were, much less where all my units were... I just leave a guy right here. Where all my units are produced from. So, I'm going to get just enough. I'm going to talk about why, as blue, we see Jurg very wisely just taking Saffron right the hell out. Why, as blue, you don't actually need as much money to be cost effective. I know it sounds crazy, because you get the Legion eventually. Now, first thing I did was I gathered all these units from here, swung down here, killed these creeps off in order to get the gold, because A, it denies purple some stuff, and B, it gives us some money. And also, Jubilee Thos is kind of a cool character if you want to use him. As you can see, he's really beefy as a demi hero. He's already got 1200 health. He has a Blade Storm ability, critical strike as well. My forces are under attack. Red immediately going to creep everything because he bears the majority of the burden. You're going to see a lot of meat wagons. I want to make the point. It's a really big point. Get those meat wagons immediately. If you're red, you're going to want to have a decent number of necromancers, some abominations, and those meat wagons, because the abominations, the zombies, and the meat wagons all spread the plague, which is a terrible little damage over time ability. It will rack up very quickly. I can't tell you the number of times I've been playing against the undead, and if you just use masses of units and you run through that cloud, a minute later, that healthy army that you have is just, it's bone. You can use zombies and abominations is sort of like landmines. You just leave them in the way of an army that's coming your way, and they will slowly lose their health on their way to you. It's kind of scary. I'm going to be a total nublet, and I'm going to lose Mal'Ganis early on to creeps because I'm not watching what I'm doing. I'm so focused on this fight here. Red, very, very quickly poking out, as you can see. Mostly meat wagons, a few necromancers, his hero, and he's just going to be reinforcing as the battle goes. Lots of crypt fiends as well. You can see here he's getting his scout out, he's getting a shade out, and then he's going to immediately get the skeletal longevity ability because you want those skeletons to be on the ground fighting for much longer. Increases the duration of raised skeletons and warriors and skeletal mages by 15 seconds. That's a huge bonus, believe it or not. You see me, I'm like, do I make dreadlords? I don't know how to make dreadlords because that's what I wanted, guys. When I played blue back in the day, dreadlords were so much fun, and I thought that the way that the maps had changed had made dreadlords obsolete. Not the case at all. They're still so good.
Our forces are under attack.
Sending in the shade to check out what's going on. Now we're going to talk about what I think is just a phenomenal ability for. There you go. You can see he doesn't target the units to pull them. He targets the tower to kill it, because that tower is going to do a lot of damage, especially to skeletons. You want to take out any cannon towers you possibly can. Now he's going to go in. The catapults are already causing quite a bit of damage. I mean, these units haven't even seen combat, and they've already lost. I know it only says 5 health, but think about it. It's still taken away second by second. Gone and gone. Orange swinging in here. You can see Jurg is using slow on these abilities. He's using cripple. Very good idea. Not necessary. I feel it might be a bit of a waste of mana. I'd rather save that for a round of skeletons. He's still clearing up here. I am not, because I'm so noob, and we're going to see that I totally lost Mal'Ganis up here. Alright, guys. You heard that, right? That ching! And then those units all have this ability on them called Mind Confusion. Makes it so they can't attack. Look at that. All they have is a defense stat. It removes their attack ability for a duration of time depending on how many points you've put into the skill. But it's a wide radius effect. I mean, it's good this area. And I want to mention that blue, while just a support, is almost critical. It is the... I'm just going to say it. Tichondrius can solo turn this fight in your favor if you use that Mind Confusion ability well, because what sucks about purple, orange, and green is the integrity of their wall. You've got purple sending tons and tons of really heavy armored units. He's got his chaplains, and we're gonna have orange summoning possibly tons and tons of water elementals and just choking you down with units. And all the meanwhile, orange is casting, what is it called, Blizzard, and purple is casting Shockwave, and Arthas' little light ability, it's also no AoE damage. And green could possibly have Ballista, but he's certainly going to have archers, and he's going to have Elven Magus healing, chain healing the front of that army. So the problem is you can't get through it. You can't kill those units in the front because they're being chain healed to get to the units in the back, which are doing damage to you. But Mind Confusion completely breaks that, guys. It's so good. You don't even understand. Like, I'm smiling now just thinking about it. Oh, it's so much fun to use this ability in this game. I was shocked. Because these units, now that they can't attack, they will just run away. Because now they think they're creeps or peasants or something, and they'll just try to get away from what's attacking them. So suddenly, bam! You're open. Look at this. Our entire army can now start moving forward. We can see my units getting in there a little bit. I'm going to end up losing Joblithos. I also want to mention that the Dreadlord, you see this ability right here, Howl of Terror. I use my Dreadlords and it reduces their damage by 10% or something. Very good ability. Units being turned into undead. Arthas has to pop his shield. They're trying to target that. Let's go to my... Actually, let's leave it on here because I think we get all the notifications if we don't. I noticed that the other day while playing. It's going to be a bit of a bummer, but we can make it work, lads. We can see forced to retreat. I'm throwing more abominations in the way just because they're a lot of health and it'll provide skeletons for him to res. Now, what I did do was, you'll see I have warlocks here. I am a huge proponent now of getting warlocks very early on and upgrading them, because the first upgrade you get is a flame wall, a flame shield, which functions much like lightning shield. You place it on a unit and it will damage all the units around it, not the unit it was cast on though. So you can also use that to break the integrity of their lines. If you have tons of green or purple or even their melee units, you place it on the melee units in the back of the melee, the ones that aren't fighting you but are waiting to get to you, and by the time they get to you, oh, they're like half health. It's awesome. They also have a immediate stun ability, which can be cast. It's long range. It's good for catching meddlesome units, heroes occasionally. But the big thing that I like them for is that they can summon Felguard. Now, not Felguard, Fel Hunters. There you go, Fel Hunters. And the Fel Hunters are those hound units of the Legion, which can suck magic out of people. They have the Mana Burn ability. And Mana Burn, I mentioned that in the beginning, guys. Everything in the North Alliance that can hurt you or swing the battle in their favor requires mana. So, you run up into a bunch of mages that can cast Water Elemental, you just start spamming that Mana Burn ability on them, and oh god, you do so much damage to them and they can't hurt you now. Or you can just target their heroes, bam, all that gone. Antonidas, you're not casting your stun ability. Janna, get out of here with your blizzard, we don't need that anymore. Oh, Garethos, you wanted to use your runaway ability? That sucks, you're both stunned and mana drained. Uther, I know you wanted to pop that shield, but Legion says no. So all the while this is going on, I am pumping out Dreadlords one by one. You're going to see me get upgrades later, but in the beginning I felt it more important to just get up a support force for my ally and get the Dreadlords moving. You can see I cast it again. Oh, suddenly those units aren't blocking the bridge as much. We've moved up. Our position is much better. We're going to see, yep, Tichondria sitting over here by the Well of Health, gaining a level. I see that orange is going to start annoying us in a second, so I respond to that. I have my Dreadlord in here casting Howl of Terror on all of his units to reduce the incoming damage. Oh, goodness. And just tons of skeletons. Look at that, guys. The cannon tower's gone. We don't have to deal with the splash damage on our units. Would have been devastating. His army, every time it tries to mass up and block us, we're just going to go ahead and cast Mind Confusion. We have lots of Necromancers, so every unit of theirs that dies, and every time we break the integrity of their lines, they will lose units. Suddenly those units are going to become skeletons for us. We're going to see Sylvanas Windrunner and Green join the fight. Not that big a deal. We do see here that we got a little backed up. Our meat wagons sort of got confused, but it's actually a good thing because the meat wagons are going to be hurling tons of damage into these Hydromancers, who realize, oh crap, we're hurt. We need to summon stuff really quickly. Once again, trying to plug up this hole. I don't believe I used my confusion on this one because I was currently busy thinking, oh, fine, you want to play that game? Let's play that game. I'm going to summon a buttload of stuff to go deal with him. You can see, again, the meat wagons just absolutely demolishing those Hydromancers because they have unarmored, which takes extra damage from siege. Remember that. Most casters are unarmored. You can see right here I was casting a lot of Carrion Swarm because these units were just bunched up. That's another way to break the lines. If they have a lot of cheap units, they're just spamming footmen, just go ahead and start chain casting Carrion Swarm. Remember, it's on Q, so you can just, if you have 2 heroes and 6 Dreadlords in your group, you just press Q, hit the ability, tab Q, hit the ability, tab, and then just start Q click, Q click, Q click, Q click 6 times, etc. As that will switch you through both your heroes and then get you to the group of 6 Dreadlords, which you don't have to tab out of. You can just keep pressing Q, and they'll keep casting Carrion Swarm. It's really great for big surprises. Anasterian taking a bit of damage. Oof, not pleasant, not pleasant. I would have sworn I had more demon guys down here. Yes, I didn't. But you can see he's taking out my improved watchtower. Tichondria is trying to make his way in. I probably could have swung around and been a little smarter with that. Wouldn't have been a big deal. As you can see, Red, you're just doing a phenomenal job creeping in Northrend. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of skeletons going down. He's already got 2 attack on them, which is very important because you're going to get skeletal mages as well, and they do. They're not going to be taking as much damage, and they'll be doing more damage. Let's see. We had a Q. Oh, that's right. You're telling me, hey, send the ships. I'm going to attack, and I need some cover. Oh, he also told me to creep the islands early on, which I did not do. I was very much focused on trying to not fail the actual combat. Now you're going to see me here go, oh, fine. You want to sit back there with your heroes? Well, Dreadlords are perfect for this situation. You just waltz on by the combat. They don't even see you coming. You get around them, and There we go. Just start casting that carrion swarm. Oh, he's forced to run away. Now he's going to assume that I'm going to run away because there's plenty of guys back here. He should be pretty safe. But no, I want Sylvanas because once you take out Sylvanas, she becomes... Well, will you look at that? She becomes a Banshee. Very unfortunate for her. Actually a pretty good unit too. I'm going to keep track of that and see where Yerg ends up using her. Garethor's, I just sort of was like, I don't care. You can run off with your tiny Great Hall. With your jumbo shrimp. And we're going to see me get these Fellstalkers out now. I was going to say I held this off, but it looks like Red was doing just fine. It wasn't really a problem. I think he turned a water elemental into a zombie. I'm impressed. We can see he, using Curse to try to aim that hero. Might actually gotten away there, but I start chain casting Mana Burn on him, and he's gone. And then just start Mana Burn, Mana Burn, Mana Burn. Oh, get out of here with your bad self. Horses are under attack, but of course, okay, Undead Sylvanas gets killed almost immediately. I type Dash Plague just before it's active, and then I do so again. Giving him Baron Rivendare. Is he going to lose Kel'Thuzad? He's not careful. Oh, that's no good, lad. Get out of there. Oh, as we can see, I now see that he has these High Elven Magus, and they're doing that damn chain heal I talked about. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, but we have Dreadlords, guys. We just walk past them, surround them, and carry and swarm them to death, and suddenly those expensive units mean absolutely nothing. Daniel Carlos was playing teal, was not his favorite color to play. Before the game started, he did mention that he would prefer to play red or blue, but unfortunately Jurgen and I had already filled the slots. He does an admiral job as teal. Admirable job as teal. I'm probably going to end up losing these warlocks because I'm too busy thinking, hey, it's getting a bit crazy up in here. Oh, yeah. I couldn't figure out where to res my hero from because there was nothing. It's this little spire thing, guys, here, the Nestlezine Summoning Spire. Oh, sorry, you gotta res them. I think I probably could have also built them from there, but I didn't notice them early enough. Just lots of undead forming all over the place with both the Plague and the Plague Cauldrons. Red becomes much more powerful, and suddenly, just because we've broken the front, we can now run roughshod all over them. These units... His armies are broken and scattered. He doesn't really have his hero squads anymore, or his heroes. They've been picked off by the Nethrezim. And he suddenly has to deal with all these zombies all over the place, just causing trouble. Just causing trouble, basically. You can see, even in Capital City. Now, I tried to sneak in with my Dreadlords here, because I noticed him running away. I thought, oh god, I would love to get in here and break Capital Palace. I do a bit of stuff in here. Of course, I don't attack anyone. As long as there's forces, it's considered slightly bad manners to aim a building if there are forces currently in the city, because certain things like catapults and whatnot can just obviously outrange. So if you teleport into someone's base, let's say you sneak an invisible peasant in there, teleport into someone's base and just target the building that is most troublesome for you, it's a decent strategy. I'm not gonna lie, it's good, but it's considered slightly bad manners. And we're going to see a bad manners move in my playthrough is dark green, but ultimately it doesn't end up meaning the game. Remember that, guys, just because you can't produce your ogre champions anymore. Oh, getting Garethos. You just got Garethosed. He's laughing about the number of skeletons and stuff he has. I'm pretty sure that that was Purple who left. No. That was... Oh, that was the Horde. The Horde just bailed out. Okay, the Horde was like, nope. As we can see, Sentinels and Druids have 13 and 10. I have 4 currently, and Scourge has 14 because I wasn't... That's one of the downsides of doing the Nethrezim-based play, is you're going to be more focused on your army rather than the control points. You're going to think, okay, well, I've got this really cool army, and look at all the things I can do with it, and as long as I don't lose any of them, I don't need more money, do I? I mean, come on, all I need is, 8 Nethrezim, and I'm gold. He's saying that the crown on the Dreadlord squad is actually very, very good, which it is. I will admit, you can pop out, do a lot of damage. If you take some, you can just back out for a minute, use the crown, come back in for a second shot, and they'll think, oh, he's licking his wounds, he's gone away. Bam! You're right back in there in his face, and you kill the hero. Great. And the Netherzeem don't actually have that much health. I would like to mention that the mastery I end up getting in this game is the Netherzeem mastery, because the other two didn't seem overly important. I mean, if it had been a really tough fight and I had been unsure of myself, I probably would have picked the contingency plan. Green, still trying to fight off some zombies over here, but oh, there's just so many. Anasterian, you gotta get out of there. Get your bend and run. Oh, what I was talking about. Oh, the contingency plan, which is that if you lose Archimon and kill Jaden, the Dreadlords will take over for you and you don't lose control of the Legion. So if you're in a long, stressful game, you get the Legion out, but it's just a by the skin of your teeth kind of thing, go ahead. Just go ahead and get that. It's much better than losing that hero and realizing, well, I've both lost a hero and an entire army. Trying to break down Green's Gate. Not much really happening. I just sort of leave these Warlocks around. We're going to see them get used a little bit, mostly for their summoning ability, occasionally for their stuns. Hearthglen has fallen to the Scourge. This is literally the undead invasion of Lordaeron, guys. I think it's so awesome the way they did this. Because if North Alliance win, everything's fine. But if the Scourge wins, oh, you feel it. Can you not feel this land melting and dying in front of you? Green, very wisely coming out here to pick out individual zombies. I know stuff might seem small in retrospect, but it's not. And meanwhile, I'm talking. Look what I did, guys. Orange, I would like to say, still here. Huge shout out to you playing fun games, because I was playing fun games with you. Snuck right into his base. I'm showing it off to Red. I'm like, hey.
Our forces are under attack.
Hey, Red. Look where I am. He doesn't know. Shh. Guys, let's watch this, okay? Let's just watch. Oh, God. I don't know if I can fix the camera angle now. I can't fix the camera angle. Okay. Guys, he doesn't know where I'm in. Oh my God. The granite column. Holy crap.
Our forces are
He's so big. Oh, that's right. He's gonna die. Shh. Orange doesn't know yet. He has no idea that he's gonna want to pull his hair out. I would like to mention that I knew that as soon as I picked it up, I was screwed. So I picked a scroll of teleportation up, and I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Shh. Guys, I think we're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it. Holy crap, we're gonna do it.
Oh! God, that feels so good. Oh, it's been so long since I snuck in there with the Dreadlords. God, I love them so much. Okay. We're just going to pretend that this now zoomed in view is awesome. Killing Purple's second army. Second chance army. Orange kicking himself. Now we're going to take a pause here and see what the rest of the map looks like, okay? Let's just go ahead and take Fog of War off. Oh my. Okay, so we have Teal just destroying Dark Green. Stormwind's long gone. Dwarves are about to follow him. Light Blue and Brown, they're doing very well for themselves, actually. They've taken most of the control points in here. I think the only thing they haven't taken is this island one. Looks like the Horde on Trolls were not that active. He still has Vol'jin sitting there. Orange, already having his second chance base destroyed by Brown. You can see Brown's already at 2-3 upgrades. And we're going to go and see what Light Blue is at. 3-2. So that's not bad, actually. That's a good idea for those races, because Brown's going to take most of the damage, so you always want to prioritize your armor over your damage, and Light Blue wants to prioritize damage over armor. We're going to go ahead and unpause this. I now have the book. And I thought, wow, let's send the lowest level hero off. I'm not going to give up my hero who's level 9 with items and stuff. No, we're going to go kill shit. That sounds like way more fun. Orange has now barricaded himself up in here. He's controlling Purple's units. I am pretending I'm not yawning, and boom, the Burning Legion's being summoned. Oh, guys, this is the moment in the game where you feel like this. You just sort of see that, and you go, what? No, that's not. Oh shit. God, like you just reached that point where you want to throw everything and the kitchen sink at them. Like you don't. All you can think of is the fact that the Legion's going to be here in 2 minutes 55 seconds, and I have 3 control groups. And in your mind, Archimonde's already level 20. That's all that matters. Archimonde's level 20. He's got an entire upgraded army, because when the Legion starts getting summoned, you just lose your fucking mind, guys. It's terrible. Oh, God, I hate it. It's so bad. By the way, guys, I sort of teased this on diplomunion.com. I told them, I'm bald now, and I know everyone's been just dying to see what that horrible thing looks like. So I'm just gonna tease it, guys. I'm just gonna tease it. You ready? I'm just gonna tease it, okay? Oh goodness, yeah. There we go. Don't you think that's oh yeah, baby. There we go. Let's readjust it so we don't look like a total douche. And, okay. So, guys, I want to talk about that transition we were talking about. At this point, you have Archimonde out. And you're in a great place, basically. You can do whatever you want. Nothing's going to go wrong for you unless you're dumb enough to lose your hero. I want to mention, guys, if you get Archimonde out, give him a goddamn ring of protection and some boots, okay? If you send me another replay with an Archimonde that doesn't have rings and boots, I'm going to yell at you. No, I'm not going to yell at your cast. I'm going to message you, get your phone number, and yell at you. I think we got this. Alright, so at this point you have the Legion, but you still have your Netherzeem group, which is really buff. And you're going to see in this game that I opt to use the Netherzeem more than the actual army. Archimonde's still there. He does some damage. But by the time he's actually brought into play, most of the problems have been dealt with. We are going to get to see what happens when Archimonde takes over the Tree of Eternity. We're going to see what happens when someone else does an ill-advised counterattack, such as I did. We're going to see the dangerous position that if you're going to attack Northrend, you want to make sure that they're already dead, okay? Almost completely dead. You want to have worn out their income fighting on another continent. You do not want to go to Northrend against a blue and a red who have all the income in the world to throw at you. Guys, you're here. Guys, it's not going to work, okay? It's a terrible idea. You are going to get swamped, you are going to get spellcasted, and more importantly, if I'm blue, you're going to get dreadlorded. Alright, now, let's hop back into the game and see how this goes. Oh, what? Oh, are you kidding me, face cam? Guys, oh, didn't that feel good? I liked seeing all of you, too. I'm just going to pretend that I can see all of you guys, because you're so sexy. Every last one of you. Everyone on diplomunion, I want to give you a hug. Maybe more. Let's not make it weird, okay? We're just friends. We're going to start this game up, and we're going to skip it to ×2, because what we're going to see here is just red absolutely demolishing the ever-living crap out of the Northern Alliance lands. Lordaeron doesn't stand a chance. We can see Brown just went and picked up his scepter thingy. So here, should be here. There it is. Cenarius. Dark Green saying the evils are winning, and indeed we are. If you look at it, Felhor had 16. The Felhor did not do the best job. Neither did South Alliance. We can see that they unfortunately did not creep. I mean, even after Teal took over, he just sort of left all that there. He even left quite a few of Dark Green's control points under his control. Oh my goodness, and Red barreling down. So playing fun games just basically says, nope, I'm done. We're gonna back out of this. And hold on, guys, I'm gonna fix this camera angle because it's kind of evil. It's pissing me off. I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds. Okay, watch. I'm gonna restart this replay, and then I'm gonna have to go all the way to 1755 without messing it up. So I hope you appreciate how much you guys mean to me. All right, here we go. Hey, welcome back, guys. I wanted to cover something really quickly look at this. You want to coincide your push with the activation of the plague and Red and you getting a lot of units and sort of distracting him. And we're going to see that it comes up at 9 minutes almost on the dot. Okay? So if you want to run a counter or something, just make sure that you are doing a big push if possible. Don't rush yourself. If you're losing, don't, you know, throw all your units out of the wall and just run them through the meat grinder that is the North Alliance. If you don't think you can make it work, but if you can push at exactly 9 minutes and pop that, the earlier you can pop it, the better. He's going to have fewer units to fight it off. You're going to have more units. It's a great win-win situation for you. So I just want to mention that, guys. 9 minutes as red and blue is about when you want to be making this push. There are timings in this game, and while a great many of them are based off what your opponents are doing, some of them are built in, and you want to make sure that at 9 minutes you're kicking some ass and you're breaking some doors so that when you summon all those monsters and all the undead, he's going to be focused here and you're going to wreak havoc. All right, guys, we're going to pop back in at 17:55. See you in 2 seconds. Welcome back, guys, to... I learned not to press the goddamn scroll wheel. Oh, okay. God, that was annoying to sit through. I really hate the replay mechanic on this thing. Oh, God. Guys, can someone... If anyone out there becomes amazing at coding or something, can you build me a mod that allows me to just fucking rewind? Just click right there and it'll rewind. See, the problem is, I want to explain to you, for those of you who might not know, what the Warcraft 3 replay system does is it takes everything that was said and it stores that. And then it just takes a list of commands and it recreates exactly the map and the starting units, and it has all of the commands that were issued in the entire game scripted and set up. So you're not actually watching a replay. What you're watching is the game copying you. I know that sounds crazy and you're like, well, that's a replay. No. You're not watching like a video of what you did. You are watching the game reenact completely everything that happened between everyone and just put the text in at the right seconds. So that explains why you can't rewind, because it would require them to actively be able to resurrect units, and it can't do that. Alright, so now we're going to keep it on our cam right now because this is an important time, guys, and I'm going to speed it down. This is an important moment. We see the Legion's going to be summoned in about 50 seconds. We know that... Let's go over what everyone else knows. Everyone in the game knows that the Legion's going to be summoned. The North Alliance has left. We're gaining quite a few control points. I have fewer, but Red has 22. That's almost as much as Sentinels and Druids together. I think our scores are about tied. Yeah, our scores are tied. So at this point, the Sentinels and the Druids are thinking, holy crap. The Fel Horde is thinking, whew, wait. Wow, okay, looks like the High Elves allied with the Fel Horde. That's the only ally inconsistency I can see there. How odd. So, with that knowledge, the knowledge that the Legion's coming out and the fact that North Alliance has left, what you need to understand is that we're going to talk about those timings again, guys. You cannot let Red and Blue just start to build up, okay? You cannot let us spend money on upgrades, but at the same time, you can't rush your attack. Now we're going to see, remember I was just talking about a second ago? We're going to see why this doesn't work out. Also, we're going to see the amazing utility of town portals. Red breaking up. Honestly, I felt like such a badass in this play, like in this game, because I was like, man, my Netherzeem are awesome. I am doing so much. And to be fair, battlefield tactics wise and like actual influence, yeah, I had a lot of influence. But I think that in my mind I killed more people than I really did. I kept thinking, oh yeah, I'm so good. And then I looked at the end score and Red was like 5 times higher than me on kills, and I just, oh, I wanted to die. It's so embarrassing. You're amazing. We're going to see Daniel Carlos pretty soon start to exhibit his understanding of teal, which he did not overestimate. I'll give him that. Yellow is still staying in the game. Very proud of him for that. You get in these moods, guys. You get in the moods where sometimes someone will tell you, dude, just stay in the game and do it. And you'll go, no, fuck you, I'm done. I want to quit. And other times, you are obviously screwed. Like, the first one, guys, let's say you lose, you're winning, and then you just lose your hero that has all the items, and they have your items. And you can still win. You can still pretty easily overwhelm them. but you're just so angry at the loss of your heroes that you want to quit. And then there's going to be times where you are just absolutely boned beyond all belief, like Yellow here, and he's still in the game. And he's just saying, hey, you know what? Oh, Magtheridon, ruler of Outland, has fallen. Let's go ahead and see where that was. Do you think Yellow took him out? No, Yellow didn't do it. Oh, did Yellow do it? Let's see. I would love to know where Yellow died, where Magtheridon died, because I was pretty sure that once Stormwind Capital was dead, you couldn't lose Magtheridon. That was my understanding of it, at least. Oh, he probably died on a boat or something. That's so sad.
Forces are under attack.
But it's not about him, guys. It's about us. So, back to our camp. We're just cleaning up. We're sending a few units down here to kind of get an idea of what the battleground looks like. We want to know who has what control points. Okay, Yellow has it, but we're not seeing any active response from Yellow to our zombies. So we can assume that he's busy. He's either busy or dead. Anubarak taking a lot of damage here. Green sort of just being like, you know what? Yeah, you're gonna kill me, but I'm gonna take Anubarak with me. You can see he knows he's screwed, but he's gonna stick in there because he hates you now. He hates you and he wants to murder you. We have some pings going down from Red. He's queuing up attacks and stuff to go scouting and to clear any creeps that might not have been finished off. Oh, catching one of Matchtree's things. You can see me. I'm saying, dude, I'm going to go down south and I'm going to target the ever-living hell out of Teal. Now at this point, we have this big guy out. And I'm just sort of standing here. I pulled everyone out of the portal. We're all standing around. I summoned right here because I feel that should things go to shit, the like crazy maze that you have to run to get here will benefit me. Unless, of course, it's someone like the Horde or Yellow. Anyone with lots of siege could take more advantage of this than I could. Of course, if I had my Infernal Juggernauts, you could. They have a long range, guys. You could actually attack like right there. It would be difficult to get in here and kill a blue. Now I'm over here. Oh, look, guys, what does Archimond have? What does he have? That's right. I elected not to use Manroth for this game. I don't really know why. I felt mostly I was going to be going Archimond at the back of Red's army and the Dreadlords. Just sort of making time, passing the time with the Dreadlords with scouting and hero aiming. Red, Yurg sending lots and lots in. You can see my money is low now because I'm spending what little money I actually have on these upgrades. You can upgrade Blue's units at the Morag Forge, and you can pick up some nice Legion-specific items here at the Hellforge. Very cool stuff. There's a Mask of Death, which will return 10%. Oh, Carlos! God, look, guys, what am I doing with Fog of War? You can see me saying he only has 1/1. I'm amazed that he only has 1/1 upgrades. You need to understand there is a fine line between units and upgrades almost always come first for me. After a certain point, it's just upgrades, guys. Just get the damn upgrades. You can see my Jurg saying, dude, should we totally aim the tree and steal it? Okay, as we can see, we notice a big swell of these raiders coming on along the side, so I get my guys the hell out of there really quick. You don't want to be in dodge when those things are attacking. And admittedly, I only have 1-2 on my Dreadlords, but these Dreadlords are such a vicious army. And we can see, God, look at these zombies, how many of Teal's units it takes to kill these things because of the superior upgrades. Zombies are actually very good units. They have high health for their cost. They cause that plague thing. Look at that. It's just slowly ticking down on everything. Oh, God, dude. Oh, you know what? He must have gotten the upgraded plague because that is doing 4 health damage a tick. Look at that. That is obscene. I summon Archimond over here because I figure this is a perfect chance. Look at this. Teal is massing unupgraded units, just tons and tons of them. And guess what? You don't get extra experience if your enemy's units have higher upgrades. No, you get the same experience based on numbers. I'm recollecting my Dreadlord squad. I had to ship Mal'Ganis back down from Northrend. Sneaking in, sneaking in. Oh, these units are all dying because they're plagued. And okay, gonna summon lots of free Fellstalkers to handle these Fel Orc Raiders. And since I have about the same upgrades as him, Archimonde is going to just start leveling up. I bring my heroes back here because I figure why not at this point. Now, you are going to see a bit of what I'm going to call cat and mouse in this game. You're going to see I give these people a false sense of hope and convince them to stay so that I can show you mechanics within the game. Oh, aren't I nice? I'm so nice. But Dark Green finally calls it quits and says, I'm out of here, suckers. Building, oh, not building, but I think these are from his summon or spawns down south. This implies to me that Teal got the mastery that gives you lots of more demon spawns. Yep, probably. You're giving me more money so that I can go ahead and build lots of upgrades. Yellow, hanging out over here. He was holding on, but I'm not having any of his shit. I'm going to go ahead and take his stuff. And Archimonde's going to go ahead and grab another ring, I believe. Meanwhile, Kazik, what are you doing? Kazik, you're supposed to be with me. You're working for the Legion. Teal going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's an Archimonde, it's an Archimonde. I'm going to kill it, kill it. Kill the Archimonde. And I'm going, oh no, what have I done? I'm stuck on a tree. I'm going to die. Oh, no, I'm fine. Okay, get on the water. Get on the water and you're safe. Bam, lots more Fellstalkers showing up. Units are very good. I cast that spell mostly on my own units. Oh, I'm so noobie. And my Dreadlords over here wreaking havoc on his army. I used the inability to attack, and then I just spammed all the Carrion Swarms, damage-reducing roar. It's good stuff. Red, meanwhile, is breaking in, just finally getting into Dalaran. I don't think there was any question that he was ever going to do it, but even late game, surprisingly enough, that aura can be a bit of a bitch. By the way, the aura around Dalaran hurts undead if they try to get in it. So that's the aura I'm referring to. Now, we've heard absolutely nothing. Look at this. We have 39 capture points between... I take it back. We have 40 between Jurg and I. And we have 30 on the Sentinels and the Druids. Now, you're going to see something that is very important to remember. That just because you're attacked... Okay, I want to just mention that this game is different in StarCraft because of the heroes, okay? In StarCraft, if you just keep feeding units at somebody and you have a superior economy, you're going to be great. I mean, at the end of the day, you are fine. Because there's nothing to tip it in your favor. And that's what heroes do. They take the idea of... You can hear that slight ability. That is my Dreadlords. They now possess the ability to burn mana every time they strike an opponent. So, these hit squads becomes even scarier. You surround a hero, you target him, Carrion Swarms, and then they all attack, and suddenly he has no mana, and he's dead. He can't do anything. He's dead. Dreadlords are terrifying, guys. If you know that blue is a threat, I would highly suggest always having a detector unit around you. For example, if you're Night Elves, just go ahead and throw owls fucking everywhere. Go ahead and pick up these things. Let's go over here. The Goblin Merchants, they have powder that when used will reveal invisible units around you. If you are a human nation, you build magic towers. They have the ability to scan an area. If you are dark green and you do not have any magic towers currently available to you, there is a tower right here that is able to scan. You can also build eagles if you're humans. I believe that the Horde, what do they do? Do they have like sentry wards? Do those detect invisible? I would think they would, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, I've given you the ones I know how to deal with. And sort of just demolishing Teal at this point. He's trying to rebuild red, but we're not going to let him. Speed it up to ×2 because this is not a long game, actually. I'm just talking a lot and leaving it at normal speed. ×3 even. Oh, clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Gotta watch that mini-map. Oh, guys! Guys! Our brethren's town is under attack. Look at that. We're going to go back down to ×2 because what just happened here? Oh, that is an army on our shores. Lots of priests, lots of guild rangers. We have a level 7 Cenarius, level 7 Malfurion. Really good items on both. We got the Horn there. We have the Doomhammer, the Scepter of Ajara, and sitting on Chandra's Feathermoon, the Gloves of Fury. No other items so far. We're going to see that I didn't do this when I played back in the day, but nowadays it's much more common to just go ahead and stack your hero with Sobi masks. If you don't have anything else in your inventory, you might as well just go ahead and buy them. They're relatively cheap. They ensure that your mana regens much faster, and you can keep your hero in the fight longer, and ultimately you can see me there. I'm like, oh, they did not just bring all those juicy ass items into my house. I'm getting them. I want it. I want it. Oh, we're gonna speed up times 2. We see, oh, lots of just going straight in, barreling in, and I'm like, red, Yerg, they're here, Yerg. Oh god, I'm freaking out. We can see they have 6-5 upgrades for the Sentinels. What are the Druids again? 3-4, so not as many upgrades for the Druids, and shockingly, Light Blue has actually brought more units, so he is ahead in both units and upgrades. You rarely see that. I mean, he's got a couple points on Brown, but not enough to justify that kind of a discrepancy. Slowing down Cenarius, trying to use that Scepter. You can see the heal goes off there. We're going to slow it back down. All those air units targeting Cenarius. Brown, actually good multitasking skills, is using his units to cast Rejuvenation on Cenarius. You don't want to lose that character. Meanwhile, I decided, hey, I know they're going to have to run away because, hey, guys, Archimonde's also back here waiting to join the fight. And what we're going to do is we're going to get right up into his army. Oh, there we go. Chandris, calm down. Pardon me, ma'am. Do you have your passport? No, no. We're getting deported to the afterlife. Oh, God, and Cenarius is caught, too. Whatever will he do? Oh, no, you can see Cenarius wandering back. Oh, if only he had continued to push out, he would have been fine. Elendin gets out, but again, guys, they don't have any detection. They could easily throw some owls on these trees if they research the upgrade. Cenarius backed into a corner. Red, all his air units. Sapphiron's still alive. Red saying, God damn it, Teal is still attacking me. Yeah, but God, look at those upgrades, guys. I'm telling you, Teal. Oh, that's right, that's Green. Green has allied with Teal and is attacking Red down there. We have Cenarius just backed into a corner. I'm trying to get my Dreadlords to surround him. It looks like Red is also targeting as well. That horn is nice, guys. 200 hit points, 2 hit point per second regeneration. You get that on a late game hero like Thoris or something. It's pretty scary stuff. Oh, Archimonde about to, guys, let's watch the health bars. Melt the Night Elves. Oh, it felt so good to do that to a Night Elf character. You have no idea. Ah, guys, seriously. Guys, seriously. Guys. It felt so good. You have no idea. It was such a guilty pleasure. Oh my God, it felt good. If any of you have watched my tutorial for the Night Elves, you will see that Archimonde absolutely obliterates all of my units, because the trick to killing a Light Blue, as we discussed also in the Kalimdor Shuffle episode of Azeroth Wars, I believe it's number 6, if I'm not wrong. It's number 6. And we see that the only way to kill a Light Blue is to instantaneous massive amounts of damage, because they do have chain heals and they do have lots and lots of range damage, so anything that gets close is going to die very quickly. So you have to have instantaneous either invisible units that can sneak in and do Blade Storm, such as Teal and Pink have, or you need... By the way, guys, I'm noticing that I do this a lot now, and I like gesture all the time. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? Oh, yes, I'm like a genie. I'm like a sexy genie in a bottle. Oh, guys. Oh, yeah. Looking at myself. God, I'm hot. Look. Anyway. Or you want to have blue. Archimonde. Okay? You want to instantaneously do tons of damage to that scary army. And it just melts. And I'm not going to lie. It felt so good. The worry that I have is that you place too much importance on Archimonde. You'll notice that I'm using the Dreadlords more. I put Archimonde in the back to sort of scare them into my Dreadlords, because I feel that putting too much importance on a big unit like that, you're asking to get aimed. And I'm not good enough, at least, to make sure that I don't get aimed. So that was my concern. I didn't want to end up thinking, oh, yes, I've got a level 15 Archimonde, and there's nothing you can ever do to me, and I'm safe, and you shall bow before me. And suddenly he just surrounds me, and I'm dead, and I want to quit. And not quit the game, quit life. I want to quit life more than anything else. So yeah, it felt really good. Let's jump back into the game and see how it ends. Alright guys, so we see that Cenarius has died. Oh, sorry for the delay there. Returning to that game. Oh, we're going to lose Sapphiron. That is actually very important. Oh, no, he's keeping him up. He's trying to keep him up, but you got to move him back or he's going to blow up in a cloud of purple or blue dust. We're going to see, once again, the melting take place. Try to always do it right in front of your army because you don't want to toast your own army. The after damage is not awful, especially on units such as the Abomination. That is one of the bonuses of a red going Abominations when you have Archimond out is he can actually take, like if you blow a hole in your enemy's line with that spell and they filter in, ghouls would probably die to the incidental splash afterwards, purple puffy damage, but Abominations are going to be pretty okay. You can see light blue and brown still thinking, God, we can fight him off, let's kill him. Not gonna happen. Brown saying we tried, I give him a little heart because, you know what, guys, let's Darth Neo. Oh, I actually played 2 games with Darth Neo. I say sorry to Darth Neo. I love you, man. You seem like a great player. You really do. We can see Mal'Ganis now has lots of cool items on him, as does Tichondrius. Archimond's still just ringing boots. Like, guys, I don't want to place importance on him. He's slow, he's strong, but it is only 2,000 hit points. This is not divine armor, it's hero armor, and you could lose the unit. Don't lose all your items, okay? I am not a fan of putting items on heroes that are one-hit kills. Like, heroes that are gonna get aimed, it just seems a waste, because then it's double incentive. Like, they're just gonna chase your hero down and murder it, and if you lose it, you've lost everything. You've lost your hero, you've lost your items, and that can make a significant difference in the game. We're gonna go ahead and click the Fog of War now, because, oh, what is going on here? Red. Not sitting back and just resting. No, he's going to immediately start counterattacking. I've had these Doomguard and my Warlocks just sort of guarding the capture points. I wanted to know ahead of time what was going to happen. Tetricket. Okay, so Tetricket is going to try to fight off right here. Blood Elf Warriors are really good. They actually have really high armor, especially for only a level 3 upgrades. We can see Red still harassing some of these units. I am going to land some workers over here because Kalimdor shall be mine. I'm thinking I'm going to fight off the Night Elves. And oh god, what did I do? Why would I do this? I thought that getting the eye seemed really cool. But as you can see here, they killed my Dreadlord that was carrying the Gloves of Fury. I didn't realize that my Dreadlord had picked it up rather than my hero. It was just an elite unit. One of these days I'm gonna break all these guys out and we're gonna have a good time. That dungeon gate. Poor guys, look at that. Enraged water. Of course they're enraged. My room was that big, I'd be a little pissed off too. Also, does anything special happen if you stand on... Oh, is this where Kael'thas stands if he wants to teleport to Outland? I haven't played in a while, guys. This is about blue though, so blue do. We're going to see lots of fighting going on. Teal trying to send up some units behind Red's push because he figures, oh god, sorry for the scrolling. He figures, why not? We're killing him here. We can swing back around. The Kael'thas actually a very high level. Look at that, guys. Level 12. We can see that even though Green has been losing, he's been pushed back quite a lot, he still has a hero to be reckoned with. I think at some point, Green mentions the fact that Phoenixes are both immune to magic and have magic resistance. So that seems... And I wanted to teleport into here. I built a small base on Kalimdor to teleport Archimond on, but apparently you can only teleport to a shipyard as Archimond, or any of these that these guys build. You can't teleport to any of this. It's to stop people from cheating, because if you could teleport to any of these buildings, you would be able to teleport immediately into here, and then that'd be cheating. My poor Demon Gate just getting beat up by this guy. He does chaos damage, so he's actually doing a lot. Archimond, save us! Oh, more fighting going on. Kael'thas getting all the experience. Skeleton Warriors don't really mean that much when you can have Flame Strike. Teal deciding the flanking is not going very well, as my Warlocks by themselves are able to hold them off. That's light blue calling it a game, I think. Yeah, that was light blue. All druids. 1 of the 2. I'm going to go out and say that was one of the 2. Or both. Yeah, so Jurg saying, hey, we just have teal and green left. But you guys can see, we're only about just over halfway done. Now, we're going to show you a bit of stuff. We're not going to show me failing to get the eye. We're not going to show Red absolutely destroying them when he finally decides to commit. We're not going to show you the epic holdout that is green. What we're going to show you is 2 events that are possible for the Legion, because today is for Red and Blue, and unfortunately Red did not end up getting Lich King. I very much hope to film a game playing as Red where I can get the Lich King. I'm just not that good. Maybe one day, though. We can see that Jurg has also opted to have a very, very heavy Air Force. He could have gotten Gargoyles too. This seems like it would be very difficult to deal with. Tio continue. So we're going to slow this down now. And we're going to rejoin at probably about 3/4 done mark. And we're going to see what happens when Blue reaches the World Tree. See you guys in a minute. Hello and welcome back, guys. Oh, Archimonde is at Mount Hyjal, slowly working his ponderous way up the hill. We didn't bring any ranged units with us, so we're just going to have to deal with the fact that these improved Ancient Protectors are going to harass us. Tree of Eternity getting in a bitch slap on the way up. But oh, what happened to our hero? Guys, what happened to our hero? Now let's take a look, alright? You can hear Archimonde saying the end has come. We see a prompt saying that Archimonde has reached the Well of the Tree of Eternity. Now what he's going to do is he's going to proceed to drain the Tree of Eternity of all of its energy. It is a long process. It is 5 minutes long. Now when you're fighting and it's back and forth and you're killing and oh, there's so much going on. 5 minutes is not that long, actually. 5 minutes is almost negligible, because I played a 3-hour game today, and it felt like an hour. I'm not going to lie, it still felt like a long time, but it didn't feel like 3 hours until I stopped and realized I wanted to die. I'm just picking off these trees. I don't have nearly enough lumber. I have not been keeping up with my lumber harvesting duties. You can see there's plenty here for me to do, but I'm still trying to get used to the idea that Felguard mine lumber, or harvest lumber. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and speed this up. Red is containing... Now this is the mean stuff, guys. Red is containing green and teal for me, because we really want to show off what Archimonde can do. He was very considerate in helping me get this stuff done. Jurg has been phenomenal. He sent me lots and lots of free plays. He has given me tons of advice. He has helped me show off stuff. Oh yeah, I was mentioning that, and I would love to mention that too. I'll be doing a Horde replay where I try to get it. Thrall can go to the broken Frozen Throne and talk to Nerzul's spirit, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting, but what does it do? Thrall gets 3 skill points. This is sort of like what Archimonde's gonna do, except it's instantaneous, and it's actually a lot more lore-based. It's very cool. Like, they have a whole prompt written out for it. I'm amazed. We can see I'm still failing to take the eye. I keep trying to send in Dreadlords, and then something in there keeps fucking mind-controlling it. Driving me nuts. Yo, guys, only 2 minutes left, and we can see the Night Elves left. I'm snatching up stuff. I send a lot of Infernals and Infernal Juggernauts, which are going to just be wasted before the game's over. I don't actually end up using them, which is a shame, because the Infernal Juggernauts are amazing siege units that have, I think, like a range of 1,200? What is that? 1150. 1150 on that, and 1150. Very slow attack speed.
Our forces are under attack.
Fortified armor. That's really nice. And they can summon Infernals. How cool is that, guys? They can summon instant stuns that also put a unit that does AoE damage down. Oh, God, I love Infernal Juggernauts. Not when I'm facing them. Seriously, it's very sad. It's scary as shit. You're like, if I sit my army still for a second, he's going to stun it, and then Archimonde's going to just blow up my whole army. Because if you chain those Infernal stuns along with Archimonde's big AoE damage ability, it's game over. My unit's slowly beating away at Nordrassil. I thought it was losing health because I was draining it. I should have been paying more attention. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm draining it, of course. Why wouldn't it lose health? And slowing it down, guys. Let's pause here. We'll look at one more time. Archimonde has 2100 health, 11 armor, +4, and he has 74 to 110 damage. Attack speed fast. 3, 2, 1. We get Archimonde back. Now let's look at him. 100 to 136. He now has 15 armor, 2,750 health, and he has gained 8 levels. 8 levels is definitely worth 5 minutes. I was sitting here the whole time going, you gotta be kidding me. 8 levels? Oh, I'm sorry, 5 minutes? I have to wait 5 minutes for something? Nope, this is stupid. It's longer than summoning the Legion. Yeah, for good reason. I brought my Dreadlords up here so that we could all teleport. Didn't work out, but we're gonna we're gonna meet back up after I whiff a few scrolls of town portals. So I'll see you guys in just one moment. Hey there, guys. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna see that Daniel Carlos has towered up the Dark Portal with tons and tons of units. He's trying to make it so that any of my units that come out, or any of Red's units that come out, have to deal with a very nasty concave. It is actually possible to surround the Dark Portal with so many units on hold position. I think you only fit like 1 unit in there, sometimes none. It's possible to block it. Oh, it's also possible for Azothan to be a sleepy butt. Okay. Whoa, too fast, too fast. Archimon comes in through the portal. I have much better upgrades than him. And much more units, many more units. Archimon is going to head and melt all to junk. Guys, look at this. Oh my god. Plus 169 damage. Do you see that? 15 plus 21 armor. It's madness. Archimon is a scary, scary unit, and I go ahead and put... Red's telling me, look at Arky's attack! Yeah, look at Arky's attack. I'm going to go ahead and put the Gloves of Fury onto Archimon because he's awesome. I'm saying, madness! This isn't madness, this is Outlands! Oh man, look how fast Yurg moves with that aura and those Death Knights. The Death Knights are perhaps one of the things that I'm most afraid of being aimed by. Right after that, dark green. We can see green. We missed this. Teal TP'd in to Hellfire Citadel with a buttload of units from which I have no idea where they came. We find out later it came from here. He built a sneaky little base. Yeah, he did. He built a sneaky little base. It's actually kind of cool. I like the placing of these bestiaries. They look like towers. I like the SimCity stuff, guys. I might start a Fun Day Monday-esque thing where I put ridiculous requirements like, as red and blue, you cannot initiate any... you cannot attack the Northern Kingdoms. You must go straight for the tree. Like, that is the first thing you do. Just aim tree. Or, you know, as Horde, stay in Eastern Kingdoms and try to break out from here. See what you can do. Just let the Night Elves have that. I don't know. A lot of the stuff is just asking to lose. Lots of Carrion Swarms going off. We'll just put the health bars on for a moment so you can look at his units there. That little batch of damage is... that's Teal. Archimon's ability summons Infernals all around a certain area. This is not going to last long considering the amount of chaos damage and just straight up damage Yurg is doing. These things do 79 damage. That's terrifying large. Go ahead and kill that stupid Phoenix Egg. Work our way down. And I decide Kargath's not getting away. No, no, it's magic. Oh, you know. Because you don't have any more magic now. Boom! Burning the magic. By the way, when you burn the magic, you also deal damage equal to the magic burn. So, at 56 to 58 to 106 is kind of misleading. It's actually 88 to 136 on units that have mana. As long as they have it. I'm going to sweep up in here and destroy everything. Nothing's going to last. And there's going to be one more holdout where we're going to pause this game. Teal's going to mass up here. I'm going to send Archimon into the tomb. I'm going to get the eye by myself. I'm going to send Archimon over here and literally solo about 1,000 raiders with Archimon. Just because there's a choke point there and Archimon's attacks do AoE damage and I throw down the big splash. Green, very good player. He just says GG, heads out. Teal... Alright guys, I'm going to admit something a little bit. Nah, I'm not going to admit it. Nah, Daniel Carlos, if you watch this, why don't you go ahead and tell him what I did. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this game. It has been just phenomenal. Let's switch it back over to Facecam for a second. Alright, I think it's working now. I just want to say that you've all been great. I want to thank everyone who's been watching these videos and for the support that you've given me. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress to you guys enough how often I do this, but I also can't stress to you enough how amazing it is, the reaction and the feedback I get. You guys are really amazing, and you make me want to keep doing this. I know that Azeroth Wars is sort of a small game. It's not as well known. I want to change that if I can. That is sort of the dream goal, is to get Azeroth Wars much more noticed, because it deserves it. It is such a good game. It's gone through so many iterations. It's so many balance patches. I mean, I cannot tell you how different the game is from what it was. For example, just in patch 1.59, we're currently on 1.84, and 1.59, you play as the Naga. There was just one person playing as the Night Elves and the Druids together, and they had to fight the Horde, which was still pink and gray. But then you had Brown playing the Naga as Queen Ajara, and all of his units could just swim everywhere, which meant that he could get all of these really hard to creep places, and he got so many of them. He could get all the island control points, and the more important thing is you had to literally tower your entire coastline to stop him from getting to you somehow. I mean, it wasn't like a character where, you know, 1 or 2 towers, they're going to kill the boats that come in and try to land. He's going to try to sneak in. You know, if a player landed in Southern Alliance and you're playing Northern Alliance, you tower up some choke point. That wasn't how it worked. Almost all of Brown's units were coming right from the middle of the map, and they would just stream right into whatever they want, right directly to it. They would go through all the obstacles that didn't matter. It didn't matter that you had that choke point gone. He would just swim up and around, and he would come at you from Stratholme and just murder your face. This is the universal sign for getting it in the butt from Brown. Well, unfortunately, Brown got a lot of complaints, and people didn't like it. People didn't... Oh, hold on. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's hot. People hated Brown, so it eventually got removed. I personally think Brown was a huge bonus to the game, actually. I liked the wild card aspect. It was... You never knew what was going to happen. If you had a shitty Brown, it didn't really matter. The Brown was going to die. Someone was going to go kill him, aim his base, whatever, because we just didn't want to deal with Brown the whole game. Even shitty Browns could actually be kind of annoying with the fact that they could swim onto your land and take your control points in weird places. But a good Brown was a terrifying force to behold. Brown's units were very, very strong and very, very fast. The spells were some of the best in the games. I can't tell you guys how many times I saw a Brown army coming at me, and I browned my pants. I was like, get my brown pants. What do we do, Azothan? Brown pants time. Anyway, so... Oh, God, I have no train of thought. Yes, okay. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please leave as much feedback in the comment section as you want. Follow me on @Azothan on Twitter. I'll also be making a Facebook page at some point. I'm almost up to 2,500 views in just over 2 weeks. I don't know what the average is for YouTube channels, but that feels really good. I gotta say, that is a lot of fun to just look at that number and watch it grow. I kind of set myself an extra limit every day, and I'm like, okay, I want to get here on this day. And then if it gets kind of close and it's not quite there, I'll go on Facebook and all my friends will be like, guys, go look at it right now. Please, I beg you, I just want my 2,200 views. Oh, we're past 2,200 by now. Also, a few of my other series that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be starting Frozen Throne campaign. I'd like to play through that. I know that Husky has done the original. He's doing Reign of Chaos right now, and he's doing a great job at it. Some of the stuff he does is really hard to watch, guys. He's a good player, and he's obviously excellent at micro and macro, but he just misses some obvious stuff while he's clicking around really quickly. He's really entertaining, so I highly recommend that all of you go to Husky StarCraft's second channel, just called Husky, where he's playing Scribblenauts and Warcraft 3 campaign. I think he's also doing not Freeman's Mind, that's the parody. What is Half-Life? He's doing Half-Life. But I'm going to be doing the Frozen Throne, Baldur's Gate. I'm also going to be playing through Silent Hill, because I've never picked up a Silent Hill game in my life. And the first 2 episodes are already up as of the recording of this video. And episode 2 is literally just me crapping my pants. That game is so scary, guys. I don't know what it is. I thought it was the fog at first because I couldn't see anything. And then they put me in a hallway in just like an apartment building, and I lost my shit because I was not ready for what that game calls camera angles. The camera seems to be a physical entity within the game, like Mario, and if you couldn't, it would hit a wall and just bang into it repeatedly and be like, no, we're not, sorry, we can't seem to get where we want to go. So sometimes you find yourself walking into a room where you know there's an enemy and you can't see it. You can just hear it and it freaks you out. I think that's it for games I'm playing. Diablo 2, Warcraft, Frozen Throne, Silent Hill. I'm also going to be doing Borderlands 2 with a friend of mine. She's been super great about it. She actually very eager for the project. She's a lot of fun. I don't know that many gamer girls on her level of passion for video games. So it's a pleasure recording with her. You get to hear her try to kill me off. Seriously, she keeps telling me to do stuff that the game will just get me killed in game. Like, she's like, oh, you're getting killed by, jump into the water. And then I jump into the water and suddenly I'm freezing to death and she's laughing her ass off. And that's it. Tomorrow, this video is going to be done by the time I get it. But I want everyone to know that right now it is 11:16 p.m. on January 11th, 2013. And on January 12th, 2013, I'm going to be hosting a pros, mostly pros. I want to see if I can get 12 pro players into a game of Azeroth Wars. I'm going to host the map. And I'm going to both live cast my view of it, which will probably be very, very short because these guys are good. These guys are really good. UTL, I think, might be able to make it. I know Lincoln Blade's going to be in there. Jurg, hopefully, will be on my team. We seem to have some good synergy going on. But I'm probably going to lose pretty quickly. I'm not going to lie. But I will also then accept the replays of that game from the person who stays the longest, and I will be casting the entire replay to give people an idea of how this map plays out when everyone is a pro. When everyone knows what their race is supposed to do, when everyone knows what their strengths and weaknesses are, when everyone knows what their opponent's strengths and weaknesses are, how does this map play out? What races are balanced? What do we see people doing? Because we'll see purple, green, and orange sometimes go and kill a red and Northrend within the first 10 minutes, but that's because the red was awful. That's not going to happen this time. We're going to have to see what plays out. And it may actually turn into a very long, drawn-out siege, and I'll have to do sort of a highlights episode, which is fine. I can break it up into several episodes, draw out the tension, not let you guys know who won right away. And we're going to be giving an award to the person who wins. They get one free kiss. One free kiss from Azothan. It's a promise. UTL, I know you can do it. You sexy Korean bastard. I don't know if you're Korean. Actually, I just saw your picture and it looked Asian. So sorry. That was racist. But one free kiss from Azothan. Thank you all. This has been Azothan, and I'm going to call it a night because I'm exhausted, and I have played 3 games today and a 3-game streak. Oh, yeah. 3 games today. 3 wins. 2 is dark green. 1 is blue. Jurg helped. Jurg is amazing. He's my new best buddy. And thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'm going to see you guys in the next couple days with more uploads. And before Tuesday, I'm leaving for Tahoe on the 17th to go up snowboarding. But I will get that pros game cast and out before the 17th is done. And I'm going to keep doing this the whole game. The whole pros match, you guys are from now on just going to imagine me doing this in the background and be like, yeah, as we can see here, blue. And you're just going to be like, I am not a crook. So I'll have the pros game out and cast before I leave for Tahoe. Thank you all for joining me. This has been Azothan. Good night, guys.